Good morning to all the members of the Lok Sabha present here. We have achieved full quorum and therefore we are moving to the second procedure of the House, that is the question. So question number 135 by the member of the opposition party, Srimati Arundhati Danya, directed to the Defence Minister, Srimati C. Lakshmi K. Srimati Arundhati Danya, please.
Sure, sir. Could you please elaborate your plans of protecting the borders? Also tell us the status of negotiation with China.
Srimati C. Lakshmi K, please.
Yes, sir. The answer for the question about the plans of protection, our Special Frontier Force is serving 24/7 in the borders. They are efficiently trained to fight and survive. They are vigilant, and if an attack of any kind occurs, they are ready to respond. We renewed 9 old missiles and tested it successfully. Also, we had developed 4 new hypersonic missiles. These could be used against China if needed during any emergencies. Now we are working to develop the fifth generation fighter jet AMCA, that is Advanced Multi-Role Combat Aircraft. India has Barak 8 air and missiles defense system designed to defend against any type of airborne threats, including aircraft, helicopters, anti-ship missiles, ballistic missiles, and combat jets. T-90 Bhishma tanks are fitted in Ladakh. It is considered to be the most infallible tank. Now we have signed a military pact with Japan, Australia, and America against China, and we hope that if any kind of military war occur between China and us, those countries will help us in colonizing China. And the answer for the question about negotiation, it is clear that the situation we witnessed over the past few months is a direct result of the action taken by the Chinese side. Now the way ahead is negotiation both through the diplomatic and military channels. Indian side is committed to resolve all outstanding issues through peaceful dialogues. We therefore strongly urge the Chinese side to sincerely engage with the Indian side with the objective of restoring peace in the border areas through complete disengagement and de-escalation in accordance with bilateral protocols and agreements. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So question number 136 by the member of the opposition party, Sri K. Suraj, directed to the Finance Minister, Sri Aditya Krishna. Sri K. Suraj, please.
Sir, in every budget, your government is allotting huge amounts for defense than that of other fields. For example, developing fields. Why is it so?
Sri Aditya Krishna, please.
Honorable Sir, both defense expenditure and social expenditure are equally important, but right at this moment, defense is more important than social expenditure. This is because of the various attacks that India has already faced from ISIS and also because of the terms that India has with Pakistan and China. At any point of time, India might need ammunition, weapons, and equipment for which it has to be prepared. Social expenditure is for the betterment of society, which will improve living standard of people, and this will ultimately increase country's GDP. Since government cannot allocate funds equally between road and boat right at this moment, it has to lessen its expenditure on one of the sector, and this can be on social expenditure.
So you haven't done anything to the social expenditure.
Are you saying something, member?
I'm not satisfied with your answer, sir. So you
Prime
haven't done
Minister, can you
anything.
please elaborate on your answer?
Yeah, I'm trying to say that we should allot more money to developing fields as soon as the threat to our society to the nation changes. Thus, we would be able to compensate the lack of development in developing field happen now due to lack of money. Thank you.
So question number 137 by the member of the opposition party, Srimati Aridhi Krishna, directed to the Home Affairs Minister, Srimati Lakshmi Asanat. Srimati Aridhi Krishna, please.
What answer can you give to the relatives of people who died during the protest against Citizenship Amendment Act?
Srimati Lakshmi Asanat, please.
Yes, sir. My answer to the question is that we, the government, did not want to give the answer to the relatives of the people who died during the protest against CAA because it was completely the decision of the people to do so. Government is not responsible for the strike and the protest against CAA. CAA is introduced for the development of the country as all the citizens of India are bound to obey the law, but some group of people has protested against it. We, the government, will say that the people who support the strikes are basically not supporting for the development of the nation. It is unfortunate that so many died during the protest. Government and my hearty condolences goes to those families. We will not cancel this bill for any strike or protest. We will not keep our food back. It's not our fault for the dead lives, but my hearty condolences goes to them. We will not cancel this bill until decided by us in future. Thank you, sir.
Respected Home Minister,
Order,
I am not
order,
satisfied
order,
with your
order,
answer.
order in the parliament, please, 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 member. If you want to ask the question, you can, whether in case if the respected member who asked the question give you the permission to ask the question, you can ask the question. Otherwise, I cannot give you the permission to ask the question, member.
Yes, sir, I agree.
Very well, carry on then,
Respected
member.
Home Minister, I am not satisfied with your answer. How can you say that the people who are protesting against the bill are against the development of the nation? If a policy is introduced by the government, then it is the duty of the government to implement it smoothly and without any violence. If the government is not doing that, then it is the failure of the government.
So how can the honorable member say that Citizenship Amendment Act was implemented for the development of Indians? It gave all the Indians outside India who are basically discriminated on the basis of religion and caste equal rights to live in India. CAA amends the Citizenship Amendment Act to accept illegal migrants who are Hindu, Sikh, Jain, Parsis, Buddhists, Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan who entered India before 2014. Basically, the people who are protesting protesting against CAA are protesting against the wills of Indians, as CAA is amended on the will of Indians. At any cost, we will not take our food back from CAA. We will amend it and we will implement it in India. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So question number 138 by the member of the opposition party, Srimati Deebasri, directed to the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Govind Devi. Srimati Deebasri, please.
In agriculture sector, especially for South Indian farmers, what have you done? You are favorable only for North Indians. Can you do something favorable for South Indians?
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
So the Honorable Agriculture Minister is present in the Sabha and he will answer to the members' question.
Very well. Agriculture Minister, please.
Yes, sir, I would like to answer the question. That is, they are saying that the South Indian farmers, we are not doing, like it is like an accusation to like we are not doing anything for them. In fact, the central government is treating both the North Indian farmers as well as the South Indian farmers. Actually, we are not also even dividing them on a territorial basis, and we are providing them schemes and policies which the government is doing for the farmers, as well as the state itself is doing many policies for the farmers, and we are equally implementing them throughout the country nationwide, and they all are getting benefited from it. But in turn, if we see in terms of like the crops they grow and the territorial basis, the fertile lands and the geographical reasons, I'm saying that per hectare of land, the export produce in North Indian farmers is like more than what is being produced in the South Indians, and that is maybe the statistical reason as to why they're saying that South Indian farmers, if I say, less productive than the North Indian farmers, as they are saying. So in turn, I am saying that we are equally treating them both, and therefore we are being favorable to all of them. And if there is an issue in the implementation, then the responsibility would likely to go to the states, because it is the state subject the farming is concerned.
Okay.
Sir, I am not satisfied with the answer.
Agriculture Minister, if you could please.
Yes, they are saying they're not. I mean, I can elaborate if more. Like we are providing many policies, and our government itself is committed to increase the income of the farmers by even the 2 years, 2022, and we are providing them for various policies like Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, Fasal Bima Yojana, and Krishi Sinchal Yojana, E-NAM facilities. Everything we are providing, and we are implementing them throughout nationwide, and we are treating them equally.
So question number 139 by the member of the opposition party, Srimati Brinda, directed to the Defense Minister, Srimati C. Lakshmi K. Srimati Brenda, please.
Sir, Indian soldiers died in Galvan Valley because India did not reveal at political level. What the true extent of the problem is, and what can you say about that?
Srimati C. Lakshmi K, please.
Honorable Sir, this is a rather bizarre argument. If India had made the true extent of problem public, what would have been the next step? Would that have not meant the loss of life? Would Chinese side have withdrawn from the borders? Would there have been no aggression? No. All this would have happened even also we have revealed the true status. Instead, what would have happened? The people. The public may got panic and there may be internal problems. The government would have been pressurized both externally as well as internally. Indian government was probably trying to prevent military escalation till it was possible, while at the same time not allowing even an inch of Indian territory to be conquered. The moment China did try to transgress on Indian territory by attempting to put up a tent, there was a military contention, and it leads to the loss of our soldiers' lives. Yes, lives of soldiers are precious, but we didn't mean to lose them. The sacrifice won't go worthless. They have sacrificed the life of the nation, and you are making it political. That is what I'm not understanding. Everybody knows that the policy of your policy is to criticize the government, but the government policy is the protection and welfare of the people. So we have no time for answering your worthless arguments. At no point of time, the government did try to lower the guns. They were given utmost respect that they deserve. We are not going to keep silence against this act of China. We will surely ask them, and they are responsible for answering for their act. So, sir, I would say this argument is pointless. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Question number 140 by the member of the opposition party, Srimati Gauri S. Nair, directed to the Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Govind AP. Srimati Gauri S. Nair, please.
Sir, employment is one of India's biggest challenges, and during the campaign for the last Lok Sabha election, you had mocked the Congress for failing to deliver 1 crore jobs. Now, 4 years later, multiple independent estimates say your record on job creation is just as bad, if not worse. For example, only 1.4 million net jobs were added in 2017. And the loans under the Mudra scheme, which your ministers have claimed are creating millions of jobs, the actual data makes it clear that most loans are so small that they cannot create any employment, not even that of a tea stall. So, Prime Minister, where are the jobs you promised your voters?
Honorable Prime Minister, please.
Sir, for skilled and educated Indians, the Skill India mission have created many job opportunities. The mission has been developed to create convergence across sectors and states in terms of skill training activities. Further, to achieve a vision of Skill India and National Skill Development Mission, not only consolidate and coordinate skilling efforts, but also expedite decision making across sectors to achieve skilling at scale with speed and standards. For educated Indians, we have created many job opportunities through UPSCs, PSCs, and railways. Next, the Make in India project. The Make in India campaign is implemented to facilitate investment and foster innovation, enhance skill development, protect intellectual property, and build a best-in-class manufacturing infrastructure. Make in India has identified 25 sectors in manufacturing, infrastructure, and service activities. Through Make in India, factories and industries will arise in India, and they will give many job opportunities through education as well as uneducated youths. Next, the member's question was that the Mudra schemes was not able to create job opportunities as expected. We know that the Mudra schemes have created many job opportunities than we expected. It was providing loans up to 10 lakhs for the non-corporate, non-farm, small micro enterprises. The main aim of the Mudra schemes was to create inclusive, sustainable and value-based entrepreneurial culture in collaboration with our partner institutions in achieving economic success and financial security. This resulted in a rise in India's rankings in the ease of doing business of the World Bank and the World Economic Forum's Global Competitiveness Index and in the Logistics Performance Index. The move also helped India's other projects, Bharatmala, Sagarmala, dedicated freight corridors, etc., etc. So, the argument is bizarre. Basically, it is not having a firm base. So, it should not have any base. So, the government will continue offering many of the job opportunities, and we will continue making efforts in developing India. Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, the time allotted for the question hour is over. And the Ministry of Agriculture has presented a bill before the chair, which shall be presented before the Lok Sabha. So therefore, I invite the Agriculture Minister, Sri Niranjan A.K., to present the bill before the Lok Sabha. Agriculture Minister, if you could.
Honorable Sir, I would like to present before the Sabha the 3 farm bills which has been proposed and planned by the Cabinet. And so, that let's begin the matter. The first bill, the Farmers Empowerment and Protection Agreement on Price Assurances and Farm Services Bill 2020. The first bill is concerned with the farmers being not cheated for small prices for their produce. And as we have seen from, we have collected different statistics from prominent Indian institutions, which has said that farmers are getting only an abysmal 2.7 profit, out of which the 97 other percentage or remaining is taken by the middlemen as well as the sellers. And we are not saying they should profit from this, but farmers are getting unreasonably low prices for their produce. And therefore, this, according to this ordinance, we are providing for such that the farmers can in turn enter into legal contract farming with the private companies, and through these private companies they can engage for and can get a more better prices than they are being assured in the APMCRs. Also, in the other benefit of this act is that the farmers will get like production advice, warehouse storage purpose and irrigation facilities, etc., from the private companies, and in turn they can produce more better quality crops and get better prices for it. And therefore, this is an advantageous bill to the farmers and to intervene in them. And in non-perishable products like cereal, pulses, edible oil seeds, the government will control their prices only if there is like a 50% increase in their current retail price. And for perishable products like potato and onion, the government would only interfere when there is a 100% increase in their current retail price. And therefore, in this circumstance, so this is the Excessive Commodities Amendment Bill, where we are removing certain items from the bill and would only control them. And we needn't worry about the hoarding also here. And now, so this is the 3 bill I would like to propose before the Sabha for further discussion and would like to put forward for voting. Thank you, sir.
Okay, the Minister has proposed the bill. So I call upon a discussion of the bill. Members, please.
If this bill is passed, then the states will lose revenue as they won't be able to collect mandi fees if farmers sell their produce outside registered APMC markets.
States would not be able to collect the revenue if they are selling outside of these APMC yards. And in turn, we are like providing choice for the farmers in this bill. We have been advantageous to the farmers, and state itself is getting revenue from other departments, and also they needn't worry because this bill is like the big or farmers would likely sell it to the APMC yards because they are getting so much, they are selling so much produce and they are getting assured MSP prices for it. And therefore, the states would get still a revenue from these APMC yards.
So what happens to the commission agents in state if entire farm trade moves out of the mandis?
We have in that said that the farmers are getting only unreasonable profit for their producer, and the later is taken away by these agents. And now, in turn, these commission agents, we are not going to leave the unemployed. We will provide them and we will guarantee them an employment, or otherwise, the first bill is concerned for the production of a corporate society or something, institution which goes by that name, where we hire expertise and also we require this commission agents, we would employ them and therefore by this the farmers can enter into legal contract farming with the private companies.
Sir, it may eventually end the MSP-based procurement system.
Now, as I repeated, the big farmers would still continue to sell in these APMC yards, and therefore we needn't worry about like a control of a cartel outside. Like they would control the prices for the, and therefore the farmers would sell to them only, not to the APMC yards. The big farmers, in turn for their MSP assured price, they would only sell it there.
Through this bill, we are so through this bill, we are amending the Article 21 of the Constitution, which gives equal rights to the freedom of choice to every Indian. Through this bill, the farmers can choose his or her products to be sold inside or outside APMC hours. And this bill also assures barrier-free interstate or intra-state trade. This is more beneficial to marginal farmers, which account up to the 80% of Indian agriculture. Thank you.
And also, we have only been sympathizing with the farmers, and now we are liberalizing them a choice and making them flexible to sell, like the Prime Minister said, to intrastate as well as interstate.
Farmers in the contract farming arrangements will be the weaker players in the terms of their ability to negotiate what they need.
Yes, we have. Now I will divulge the points regarding that. In this contract farming, we are providing for legal forms, and if we go through the legal form, we can see we are providing advantages to the farmers, and the private companies would get their producer, and also from these legal forms, the farmers, they will not need to worry about falling into legal debts or legal clauses which will be thrown by the private companies. And also, as I said before, the institutions would be established such that we would have the expertise, and the farmers can in turn go through these institutions and sell it outside to these private companies, and they would help the farmers not to fall into any legal clauses.
The sponsors may not like to include a small and marginal farmers.
Through the Farm Bills 2020, this bill is beneficial to both the private players and the farmers, as they are directly interfacing with farmers, and which will make the contract farming opportunities as per law more beneficial to both farmers and private players. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Since the discussion of the bill is over, now it is time for the voting of the bill. So I request all the members of the Lok Sabha present here to be present for the voting. Those who support the bill, please say aye. Those who do not support the bill, please say no.
No. This bill
No.
I think the ayes have it. I think the ayes have it. I think the ayes have it. Order in the parliament, please, members. Respected members, please do not be unruly. Please do not be unruly.
No.
The bill stands passed. I repeat, the bill stands passed and will be presented before the Rajya Sabha for further consideration. Since it is time for the lunch, the meeting shall be adjourned. We shall meet again after the lunch break. Thank you.